Hi, my name is Peter Walker, and this is a brief reflection on 1 John 3:24. Really the second part where he says, and this is how we know that He, God, abides in us. We know it by the Spirit He has given us. 1 John 3:24. There is questions about knowing God, but then there's a question about how is it that I do know? How is it I do know? I know my Redeemer lives, Job says, Job 19:25-27. I know my Redeemer lives. There's a point at which we know about Christ. We know about God, and then we question, how is it I'm knowing? How is it I'm knowing what I know? Psalm 36:9 says, in His light, we see light. And this passage, 1 John 3:24, tells us we are knowing God abiding in us by His Spirit. We know by His Spirit. His Spirit is in you. Ephesians 1:14 says, when you believed, you were marked in Him by His Spirit, a deposit guaranteeing your inheritance to come. His Spirit in you, Ephesians 1:14, Romans 5:5, speaking of this hope we have, a living hope. He goes on and differs this from other hopes, saying that this hope does not disappoint us, because God has poured out His love in our hearts by His Spirit. John 8:44. I love this statement of Christ to the Pharisees. He talks about how He, as it were, knows His Father. And He said, listen, I do know my Father. He said, if I denied this, I would be a liar like you. Not that He would be, humble or, He did not skirt the issue. He went to the heart of the issue. He said, I know my Father. And if I were even to deny this, I would be lying. And I think as Christians in Jesus Christ, one of the toughest, sharpest edges of this reality is that we know, and we know it by the Spirit of God. And this is where the rubber hits the road. 1 John 3:24, reference Ephesians 1:14, Romans 5:5, John 8:44, and revisit Psalm 22. It just is a powerful picture of Jesus knowing God and knowing people and walking this road of human feelings, Spirit-filled. God bless you.